Hey guys, today's quick review is about a knife that is, in my opinion at least, one of the best value knives that we can find right now below $20. And that's a copy of the Asymmetric knife from a Russian designer. I can't pronounce the name, but if you Google basically Asymmetric knife, you'll see what I mean. Quality on this piece, I mean, for 20 bucks, it's just outstanding. I have really nothing that can be complained about it. So just from the outside, so this one is a G10, and yeah, I said copy because this one is not a real clone, right? So first of all, the real Asymmetric doesn't come in G10, if I remember correctly. There is no logos anywhere, and the blade is also a bit different. This one is like kind of like a full flat grind on both sides, and the real Asymmetric has a full flat on one side and a hollow ground on the other side, if I remember correctly out of memory. So as I was saying, G10 steel frame lock on the bottom. Look at the milling on the steel, really nicely done. The pivot screws are really nicely as well, like the design is really nice. Pocket clip is nice and sturdy, and it works really well. This is as deep carry as one can get. It doesn't get like more deep carry than that. So here we go. So like I said, like the quality is impeccable. It runs on ball bearings, and I mean, check that out. Like no force whatsoever. The blade just flies out, and it is extremely smooth. So let me try to see if you can see on camera. So if I disengage the liner, the blade closes on itself. Like very smooth ball bearings. It is worth noting that I haven't done anything to this knife. I haven't taken it apart. I haven't put any kind of oil or lubricant. It came like this out of the box. It was a little bit gritty at the beginning. Like I could hear something grinding on the pivot, maybe like some dust or whatnot. But after like flicking it open and close like 10-20 times, that was gone. And I hold the knife with two fingers. Oh, it just hit the bottom here. There you go, flies out, and then it closes under its own weight. Very smooth ball bearings. So again, in my opinion, like I haven't found anything that would be better than this for like $20. Especially like, I mean, if you like flippers, I just love flippers, right? So I mean, sure, like there is some like Ganzos and whatnot, like the same that I've reviewed, that are very nice for below 20 bucks. But this I think is in a different level. The quality of this knife is just great. For 20 bucks, it's as good as can be. I mean, this quality of this knife would be great even I think for 50 bucks. Just due to the fact that how smooth the bearings are. So I bought this one on Aliexpress, but I've seen it on DHgate as well. However, I was just checking, and the version that I see now have it's still the same, like full flat on both sides, but there is the logo on it. But I'm sure, like, you know, if you wait a little bit or if you check DHgate, you should be able to find it without any logo, which is my preference. Still on this, it's claimed to be 9CR14 MOV, which I see absolutely no problem. And I mean, it's just a great knife to play with. It is a great slicer due to the fact that it's a full flat. It came absolutely insanely sharp out of the box, one of the sharpest knives that I've got out of the box, so no complaint on it. The grind is pretty even as well. Lockup is very good. On mine it's about like it's at about half. I tend to like it a little bit earlier than that on frame locks. Like I like to have it usually around like 20%. This one is around like 50%, but that's fine. Centering is perfect. Out of the box was perfect. One thing though that I noticed after playing with it for like a few days in a row, the blade centering is starting to be a bit off, and that's just due to the fact that the pivot screw is coming undone. So I'll just need to take it out, put some Loctite on it, and I'll be good to go. If you like this knife, keep in mind that it is a great value for the money, but it is I would say a I wouldn't say huge, but it is a fairly big knife. Okay, the blade is like 98 millimeters, which makes it be a very large knife to carry around. For size comparison, I always tend to compare to the EL01 because it's a knife that many of you know. Okay, so here we go for size comparison. Let me try to put on the same thing, maybe move the camera a little bit. Here we go. Right, so this one is much bigger than the EL01. So again, as I said, for 20 bucks, it is a very good knife. Very smooth flippers, smooth flipper. Ball bearings are smooth as some knives that I've seen, and that I've seen going for like 60, 70, 80 bucks US, right? So if you're into this kind of stuff, this knife is recommended. The two minor cons, or negatives should I say, I mean, I can't really put a negative given the price tag, but a couple of sources of improvement that I would have liked to see. Not necessarily improvement, changes. I think the pocket clip is, like, while it's very functional and it's a deep carry, which I appreciate, it is a bit long, right? There's no need for a pocket clip that long. Like, making the pocket clip end around here would have been more than sufficient. The other thing, since this one is a copy, I would have liked to see the blade being actually asymmetric, like the original, right? With a full flat on one side, hollow grind on the other side. My camera is kind of shit, but that's basically the point of the asymmetric, right? Like, it's not straight, it goes on one angle and the angles change. So it would have been nice to actually get, even for like 5 or 10 bucks more, to get this like the unique part of the asymmetric, which is like one type of grind on each side. And the other minor cons as well is like the G10 is a bit sharp on the edges, right? It's a bit rough. It would have been nice to see it being rounded, but I mean, it's no big deal. I'll grab a bit of sandpaper and I'll smoothen it out myself. So again, this is minor things that, for a knife like this, I can't really complain for 20 bucks, but I would have rather have it like, let's say, even 30 bucks, and all these small things being changed. Like, especially, I mean, the G10 is something that China, they have down packed. There was no need to leave it like rough like this. Pocket clip, sure, it's long, but it's like this on the original, so I guess that's why they copied it. Well, since they copied the pocket clip, it would have been nice if they would have copied the blade, though. At least like the grind on the blade on both sides. So here you go, guys. In my opinion, like, for 20 bucks, the best flipper that I've seen for 20 bucks, no question. Is it the best knife? Well, it depends on your taste. Some people are against copies, some people are not. Some people rather get Ganzos that at least somewhat original rather than copies. I have no problem. I just don't like the ones that have, like, go to the extent of copying logo boxes. I mean, I have a copy, people should know that it's a copy. There's no branding of any kind, so I have no problem saying it's a copy. So if you like this type of knives, big flippers, very smooth out of the box, razor sharp, really nothing to complain for 20 bucks. Here you go, that's the knife for you. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the review.